Hello, hello, Texas Teacher fans. It is I once again, bringing you my final thoughts on Battlefield 1. From the time this video will be released, the morning of the time this video is released, I will put out my multiplayer Let's Play on Battlefield 1. And then I'm going to have this one. That way you can see how I did and then see what my opinion of it was. Now, if you get this before you get the other one, that's okay. I'm going to kind of explain myself on both, so you won't miss much. Just if you want to see the experience, go watch the other one first. Pause this, watch the other one, then come back. Or just watch this. I don't care. I have to admit, Battlefield for me, I played the campaign first, and it started so strong for me. The different points of view, the different elements of the story, from driving a tank and having to repair it, to scouting for the tank. That story was great. The second story with, I'm trying to remember. It's sometimes a little difficult to remember all the different stories that go into this thing. The Italian story was great. The Australian story, great. The only story that I personally didn't care as much for was probably the last one, the one that involved Arabia, where you had Lawrence of Arabia leading his warriors against the Turkish army. And it was historically accurate, but it relied way too heavily on stealth elements for me. Spoiler alert, I didn't rely on stealth elements too much. I think I stole a tank from one of the places and then just proceeded to blow the crap out of everybody and just destroy the whole place. So that worked real well. But it still wasn't my favorite story. If I was going to pick a favorite, it would probably be the Australian Sniper, for me, would be the best story. Just because even though it didn't end happily, most of these don't end happy. I mean, it's World War I. You're talking about a very large percentage of the population of Europe dying in this war. You're talking about death tolls that went from thousands in earlier wars going up to hundreds of thousands, if not millions. And, of course, Americans, we jumped in the last year of combat. So even though we had casualties, we didn't have near as much as France, Britain, Germany, anybody like that. And it didn't happen in our backyard. And especially when you see the game and you see how devastated the game environment is, you got to wonder how Europe, after 2 world wars, came back from that shit. You're talking about grass burnt to a crisp under napalm from flamethrowers, to tanks running over the top, to trenches where I've actually seen in a video. I'm a teacher, so forgive me. I'm going to go into details on some of this stuff. I've seen a video where if you took every trench and straightened it out, it would circle the planet multiple times. That's insanity to me. And it sets up for World War II. Now, I'm kind of hoping after Battlefield 1, I would love a Battlefield 2, or whatever the hell they want to call it, involving World War II. I think that would be great. I really miss some good World War II games. Now multiplayer, because I have to get into the multiplayer. I had such high hopes for it. I really did. It was the chaos of war. It was not the chaos that I like. For me, if I'm going to rate a game, the campaign story mode would give me, I'd go ahead and say 10 out of 10. Loved it. Loved every damn minute of it. Even the story that I didn't care as much for as the other ones, I still loved the story. And I will say, the creators of Battlefield 1 know how to tell a damn good story. But when I'm looking for a multiplayer, you got to remember, if you've seen anything on my channel, I am a Call of Duty player and Overwatch player. And this ain't that. Battlefield 1 and Call of Duty are as different from each other, multiplayer-wise, as it is possible to be. Therefore, I guess I just didn't connect the way I thought I would. But that's okay. it's still a great game. And if you love good stories, oh, hold up. Sorry, I am in the process of baking homemade cheese bread, so we're going to see how that's going. Sorry, touch unprofessional of me, I know. But consider this realism of my life. I'm going to show it to the damn camera so y'all can witness the homemade. Oh, God, glasses are fogging up. And it's hot as a son of a bitch, so I'm going to let it cool. Well, first, I guess I'll show the camera. I'll be nice. How well? I don't know how well y'all can see. Yeah, cheesy bread. Made using pizza dough, butter, spices, and, of course, cheese. So, sorry. If you... I'm back. Sorry about that. If you like a story and you just want the story, rent it. It'll take you probably 2 days tops if you have a lot of time to put in. If you have a little, not that much time, 3-4 days. You'll get through the campaign. It is a good story. Highly recommend it, especially if you don't know that much about World War I. I know a lot about World War I. It's an area I've covered before in my classes. But I still learned a lot. I didn't know Australians fought in World War I. I guess never connected to me. The Brits fought in it. The Brits owned the Australians at the time, basically. So, but I highly recommend it. It's just, it is not me on multiplayer. If you love Call of Duty, you're not going to connect with this multiplayer as much. And my brother told me as I was coming home, if you play Call of Duty or you play Battlefield, the two don't often cross. And I can see that. I represent that. And when you see the video and you see how badly my ass got owned, you will understand that. So, that's my Battlefield 1 basically review. Love the campaign, detest the story mode. That's just me. If you love Battlefield games, I could not recommend it more. You want a good story? I could not recommend it more. You want multiplayer on par with Call of Duty? I don't recommend it. That's all there is to it. And this is probably the first game where I've ever had a very big negative to say about it in my review. And it hurts me so bad when the story was so goddamn good. Oh, side note. Flamethrowers. If somebody is bringing a flamethrower against you, shoot the goddamn flamethrower. I don't know why it took me so long to picture that fact, but it took me for freaking ever. And what hurt one time is I've seen how flamethrower people are garbed in real life. I didn't think they were going to go the armed, you can't kill them unless you shoot the flamethrower bit. That sucks. But it is what it is. So, Battlefield 1, great story. To me, not so much multiplayer. I may get a little hate for that. I understand it. I'm a Call of Duty player. Understand where I'm coming from on that. It's not the same to me. So, this has been the Texas Teacher. I'm going to go eat my damn cheesy bread. Class is dismissed. Have a great day.